Well, America, Trump deploying the veto on the horrendous Keir Starmer, Chagos Islands surrender deal, surrender treaty, it looks like. And before I get to that, let's just analyse where we are. Now, it is absolutely true to say that there is limited support in America in terms of acquiring Greenland. Very, very little support for using military force in any of this. And it's also true to say that the majority of Greenlanders do not want to be part of the United States. However, the part that many seem to be ignoring or not reporting is that also it's true to say that a majority of Greenlanders want independence from Denmark. In fact, just 28% are against that. So when people talk about the future of Greenland being down to the people of Greenland, well, I quite agree. But look, for instance, what the opposition leader in Greenland is saying. They want to have dialogue with the US government without Denmark involved. And the leader of Greenland's largest opposition party is saying that Denmark is antagonising both Greenland and the US. And all parties in Greenland, it should be noted, want independence from Denmark. But you can see here the foreign minister of Greenland saying that Greenland cannot conduct direct talks with the US without Denmark because it is not legally allowed to do so. So I think that is important for context in terms of Greenland and the reality of the situation. When it comes to Keir Starmer's comments, I think the hypocrisy is absolutely staggering when you compare what he has to say on Greenland to this horrendous Chagos Island surrender that we've now seen Trump intervene on. Well, thank you so much to YFood for sponsoring today's video. I'm absolutely loving YFood. That's the banana flavour. You can see the rest of the flavours there in my fridge. And what I tend to do after smashing the gym in the morning, either at home or on my way back, having one of these bottles packed full of vitamins and minerals, lots of protein per bottle, no added sugar, very convenient, very tasty. And they've got on between the 20th and 25th of January a big sale up to 25% off online, an extra 5% off with the code you can see on screen there. So this is a really strong offer from YFood. If you are interested in taking advantage of this offer, do see the link below this video. And you have seen many people in this country take apart the hypocrisy from the British government when it comes to Greenland and the Chagos Islands. Here's the excellent Kate Hoey in the Lords in Parliament.
The Prime Minister has said that Greenlanders must have a say in what's happening, and I fully accept that. Why then, tell us what's the difference between not allowing the Chagosians to have any say at all in us selling the Chagos Islands off and paying for that pleasure of sending it to Mauritius?
Well, as I think we examined at length through the progress of the bill, the right to self-determination isn't something that you can claim for yourself. It is something that can be legally determined. And when this question was tested before every court which has considered it so far, including here in the UK, the Chagosians, and we can all have our own personal feelings and emotions in reaction to this, I know I do, but the legal situation is that the Chagosians do not have the right of self-determination as regards to the Chagos archipelago, but that the Greenlanders do, and we respect their right to self-determination. What happens to Greenland is a question for them and for the Kingdom of Denmark.
And indeed, you've seen many Chagosians protesting against this deal, being shut out of this decision to hand sovereignty to Mauritius. And you can see there the quotes, "I'd rather die for my country than my country go to Mauritius." That's the level of anger, and it's shared with many Chagosians clearly. Now, not only is this Labour Keir Starmer surrender of the Chagos Islands to Mauritius a strategic disaster, but it's also going to cost us an absolute fortune. We've seen the number I put 101 million quid a year. We're going to pay to Mauritius as we hand them sovereignty over 99 years, which is potty. And we can see here, you're talking about tens of billions of pounds that we're paying for this surrender. But what's interesting is the government have confirmed that this deal would only go ahead with the support of President Trump.
If President Trump doesn't like the deal will not go forward. And the reason for that is because we have a shared military and intelligence interest with the United States. And of course they've got to be happy with the deal or there is no deal.
And so that is what makes, as Nigel Farage notes, Trump's comments today so important, so pivotal. Effectively, surely now we have seen this vetoed. The Americans have woken up, it seems, to just how dangerous this deal, this treaty is. And you can see there what Trump himself has said. That China and Russia have noticed this act of total weakness. That the UK is giving away extremely important land. That is an act of great stupidity. And this is all being done for no reason whatsoever. So I think that's absolutely clear now as to where we are. Hopefully it's enough now to sink this rotten, terrible, dangerous, costly deal. But as ever, guys, I will keep bringing you all the latest on this and much more. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.